Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Olga, speaking from YMCA Europe.
Hi, I'm Maura, speaking from YMCA Europe on the internship.
Elections are upcoming, and for us, this is important actually to understand where we are voting, how we are voting, and for whom are we voting. And Maura, thank you so much for preparing this presentation and agreeing to explain us in very simple words how the system of elections in Europe is organized. I'm very curious to learn a lot from you today.
Okay, so let's just get started and dive into this European election 2024.
And I would really love we have some conversation about why is it important to come for the voting? Could you
Yes,
please share your opinion about it?
yes, I would say that it's really important that we will vote in this election because this is the only way we can make sure that the values that we wanted to be represented in the European Parliament, we will take a value, and we also have to exercise our vote, so exercise our democracy.
Exactly. And
Yeah, right.
exercising
Yeah.
democracy is the only way how to ensure democratic processes are in place. Yeah. Okay, so let's move. And I know that you have collected a lot of valuable links.
Yes, I've tried to provide the most important links, which, for instance, like this European election toolkit that you can see represented on the right, you can find it in Together EU website, which is a platform where you can find a lot of information about EU. You can find a lot of easy toolkit to understand how EU works, and more information how to also be an active citizen. And also here there is the official EU election website where you can find really all the information that you need to before the vote. So please check in. And if you need like some more information about the European Parliament works and institutions, other institutions.
Yeah, great, excellent. And this presentation will be provided, so you will be able to click on all the links here. Okay, what are you going to speak about today?
Yes, so this want to be just a really quick overview of the European facts. So just a quick dive into how EU Parliament works, and the member state, the proportional principle, which I will explain later, is not that difficult, the electoral methods, and the parliamentary groups. Let's start with the EU Parliament. The EU Parliament is one of the fourth decision-making institution, together with the European Commission, European Council, and the Council of the European Union. Here you can find, if you wanted to know more about each of them, of the four institutions, you can check this link on the center of the page. The European Parliament is basically the most important decision makers. Sorry, because they will approve the budget and also the laws that we will that
That we
we
will
have to
follow.
respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that we will all follow
Yes,
in EU.
exactly. And that is the only institution that we can directly elect as citizens. And now, speaking about elections, we just have to know that it happens every 5 years, and in each of our 27 countries, so at the same time. As we see, it's like from the 7th to the 9th of June. And this year we will elect 720 members of the European Parliament. And we
So
will
this,
yeah.
sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. This 720 members, how is the representation look like? Are they elected proportionally per country? Is it the equal system?
No, actually, it's not like they don't have like, we don't have the same amount of representatives for each country, because we have different numbers of citizen in each country.
Right.
Yes, so what they decide basically, that we will have a proportional representation. Sorry, so the countries that will have more citizens, yes, they will have more representatives, but to not left behind, little countries like Malta, for instance, they will have more representatives if we compare them with the other the other big European countries. So they will have like more space to to ask for their own needs.
I guess that
Oh,
there is some calculation system which we can
yeah.
check, right?
Yes, exactly. And there is like you can find an interactive map, and it will also explain to you that there is a calculation system that will allow us to have the most fair representation for each European country.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. We have a principle to represent European countries, which, as we said, is a proportional. I mean,
So
it started.
actually, this is what you just explained
Mm,
is called by the term digressive
Digressive proportionality.
proportionality. All right,
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
what you need to know. If you found this term, it's what I've just said. It's easier than it sounds.
Thank you.
This also, yeah, there is another requirements that we need to know before the vote. Because we have to know that people to be able to vote, they need to be at least 18 years old in most of European countries. But there are like a few exceptions, like Greece, Belgium, Germany, and Malta, that they allow young people of 17 years old to vote, and even Austria with 16 years old.
And this is very important to know. So it means that now the young citizens can check from what
Yes.
year they're allowed to vote. Maybe it's not already 18.
Yes, exactly.
This is
Exactly.
exciting. Thank you.
And also, they need to know that they can have also really young representatives, like as candidates, like from 18 years old in some European countries. In other European countries, you need to have like 25 years old, which is, maybe younger, mature age, but still young people. Now, this is really, I would say, the most tricky part, as you remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the word which I cannot even pronounce. Constituencies. What does it mean in very simple words, Maura?
Yeah, I will try to be really simple. So in most of the European countries, we have like we can vote for our favorite parties or candidates that are the same all over the country. So the same all over the nation. But there are some exceptions, which are Belgium, Ireland, Italy, and Poland, where you can vote the candidates that are from your region and territory. But we'll move directly to the example because it can be more understandable. For instance, Italy is divided in 5 territories. I am from the islands, which is just Sardinia and Sicily. It means that I can vote just for people that are candidates from my island or Sicily Island. That's it. I cannot vote for the center. I cannot vote for south or north.
So it means that when you when you come for voting, you will see in the list only representatives from this part, not
Exactly.
from the whole country. I see.
Exactly. Yes, that's the point.
Voted choice. All right. 3 different variants. Could you please comment on it?
Yes. Basically, as EU voters, we can choose to, if we want, we can choose to vote just for the party, our favorite party, and don't decide to not vote for an individual candidate. Or if we want, we just can vote for the candidates, the individual one, or we can vote for both. So a party with the preference for one specific candidate. And it depends on the national rules.
So it's not you, Maura, who decides, yeah? So this is the
Yes.
national rules which set and actually explains which way the country is voting, right?
Exactly. That's why we have to check in about our national rules in the link below, so we can make sure that we have the chance to choose for a
So
party or an individual candidate.
many things to check before going to elections.
Yes, but we have
Okay,
many
see.
links, so we can check on it, and it's really quickly and clear. Speaking about that, we have 4 different ways. If we can choose for the candidates, as we said, we can choose. We have 4 different ways to do that. Let's see, really quickly and with the examples. So we have preferential vote, closed list vote, mixed vote, or single transferable vote.
Maura,
Here,
it again sounds terrible, like 4 different variants, again decide per country, and we can check information, but maybe you could explain those 4 variants by examples?
yes, because otherwise it will be a kind of difficult, but you can still check for your own country, so no worries. For instance, Poland, as the preferential voting, as in most of the European countries, this system gives the voter the opportunity to indicate their favorite candidate. Really easy. Like you have a list when you will find yourself in the cabin to vote. You will find a list with the name of people, and you can choose your favorite. That's it.
Easy.
If you want, yes. Here, France. That's also easy. France doesn't allow you to choose your favorite candidates. You can just choose your favorite party. That's it. You will give your vote to the party.
So does it mean
Mm.
that you accept the list or
Yeah.
you do not accept the list and that's it?
Yes, you accept the list in the whole. They will
Okay, so you cannot pick up several people from the list.
you cannot. Exactly.
Got it.
This is another method, which is just Estonia and a couple of other countries, so it's not really everywhere. So basically, the voters can rank the candidates based on their favorite ones, and they can also choose to vote one candidate from one party and another favorite candidates for another party. Is like really liberal way to vote, kind of confusing, but
Sounds interesting, yeah.
yeah. And this one, the single transferable vote, which sounds like difficult, but it's actually pretty easy. You can rank your favorite candidates. So if you prefer like the one that you prefer, you would put like number 1, the second one, the third, and then the third, the fourth. You can have like a good or your own list of favorite candidates.
Wow.
You can choose.
Sounds great.
Yes. And yeah, here we can find in the map a quick overview.
Okay, so this is exactly
Mhm.
those 4 ways that you have just explained.
Yes.
They're all presented in this map, and
Yes.
they are marked with the colors. Yes?
Sorry.
Okay. Yes,
Sorry.
those 4. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so you have marked them with the colors. So this is very interesting. So you can find the country and find it. Like, for
Yes.
example, Belgium number 22, right?
Yes,
But
exactly.
so this is preferential voting according to the color and all those lines. So what does it mean?
Yeah, those lines is like as we said, you said below, multiple constituencies. That is,
My
yes,
favorite word, constituencies that I cannot pronounce, but I remember what it means. that it is not voting not by the whole country. It means that the country is divided in several areas. Do I remember well?
It's perfect. It's exactly this. Yes, it is.
Cool.
Good job. Good job. So I think you can, if you want to dive in, you can just have a quick to the link to the map, and there are a lot of other useful information. So this is another important link, I would say. Let's move forward. Okay, this is parliamentary groups. Okay. Huh. So why those parliamentary groups are important? You know, before, after the elections, so we have voted for candidates or parties. Now they are elected, they will move to the parliament. What do they have to do? They have to choose a parliamentary groups to be part of. This is really important. So they will join, they can decide to join an already existing one, or they create a new one. And here we have the link about the political groups of the EU Parliament. So you can find all the details.
The current ones.
Yeah, the current ones. Yes,
Mhm.
the current, the existing ones. And so far they are 7. Okay, so we will find 7 parties so far. We don't know about the next election. They could be born a new one. You know, someone can just get together and be less than 7. We will see. We will see. And also, to be created a group is not that easy. You need 23 member at least that they have received a good amount of vote from the member states. Also, the candidates that want to be part of a group, it can be just part of one group at a time. It can also change in the future if he wants. And this is really important to understand that when candidates be part of a group, they decide based on beliefs, values, and ideologies. This is really important because it's not related to the nationalities. So it's every nationality is mixed together that they take decision based on beliefs and values.
Okay, but this is critical what you are saying, because it means that we really need to check which the candidate or the party or the list stand for.
Exactly, exactly. I would like people to do that because we have to be aware of what we are voting for and in which parliamentary groups they probably will finish.
Mhm.
If the candidate doesn't want to choose a parliamentary groups, it can stay with non-attached members. Basically, they're independents.
Okay.
So those are the 7 groups, the current 7 groups. Some parties are, let's say, older, that they exist for a long time. Some are kind of new.
So,
If you
and I'm
click,
sure there is plenty information about them. So, and also it is provided on this presentation, and you can click and read everything
Yes.
about those groups.
Exactly, as you said. This is the actual confirmation of the parliamentary groups in the EU Parliament. You can take your time to watch it, understand the groups, and that's it. All we need to know for so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is the key question. While choosing candidates, while reading information about them, we are reading more information about the parties, the streams, the values that they represent, but we do not understand so far which groups they will belong to. How can, is there any possibility to understand it?
I will say the easy answer is no. I mean, there is no direct connection. Like the party that are candidates, national parties, they will not decide before of which group they wanted to be part of. So we can expect everything after the election. But
What to do then? Are we
yeah,
completely blind or?
yeah. No, we can use some really, really precious information that we can find in the European election site. We can check for the previous election results. So we can, for instance, understand that parties from your nation, which group they have joined in the previous election. Let's say it's likely probable that they will join the same groups. Of course, there will be surprises, but at least we can have an idea which are the usual alliances that your national parties will do with the European group, parliamentary group. So,
wow. And I see that you brought some examples here, like Austria, for example.
yeah, I brought Austria. So if you click on the link, this is the link, you can check like exactly which national party has joined the European Parliamentary Group. Yes, so for instance, like EPP, one of the most big party in Europe, is joined by this Volkspartei. Okay, so that's the example. Another useful information is down here on the left. If you download the fact sheet, you will find really a lot of like more deep information about how they will they allied, and which were the changing also during the after the election and stuff like that. So you will find every details in this page.
Thank you. So it's lots of reading, but it's possible to make some, let's say, predictions.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow, this is impressive. This is impressive, Maura. This is important to understand, I guess, why and for whom we are voting for. So really to shape the parliament according to the values we stand on. How do you see it?
Yes, I would say that is really, really important that we go through this information, because at least we can use our vote, our democracy right, like consciously. It's not just about, to cast a vote for someone. It's about to try to understand how it works actually, and how you can have an impact of your national parties, and how they will have an impact with the parliamentary groups also. So I would say your vote counts. So let's try to make a more conscious vote, and check at the values of our national parties and European group parliamentary values.
Exactly, and read it carefully. We really need to make a conscious choice, so not to be easily captured by these loud, pretty, beautiful slogans, but really understand the essence, really understand the messages, the values, the principles of people, of candidates.
Exactly.
Maura, thank you so much. That was a wonderful explanation. You made many things really clear for me, and I'm sure for our audience as well, because even something is not clear, there are many links which would lead to information where you can just go and check and learn about the candidates. Thank you, Maura.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help, Olga. And
Go and vote.
Yes.